Hi guys, and welcome to another Bootstrap 4 with brackets text editor video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Let's continue with our site. Let's go down to where we were last time. Last time we added these little accordion boxes here, this little parallax section. We put that section there just to have something so we could see this one better, something to scroll down to. I'm going to use this section this time. I'm going to create a sort of custom testimonials section. I'll use that Jumbotron, and then below that let's put a little carousel with customer testimonials. And let's see how we can do that. I might want to get rid of those buttons. Not sure yet. Let's just play with it and see what we can come up with. Let's open our text editor. This is brackets. It's awesome. It's free, and you can download it from a link below the video. And we're going to be working on the index.html and the custom CSS files today. And if we look at our Bootstrap folder, there's our index.html. Here's the CSS folder we created, and inside the custom CSS file we created. To open them in brackets, once you've got it installed, just right click and open with brackets. Or like any other program, you can hit file and open and navigate to it that way. So here's our index.html. Let's scroll down to where we were, which is right at the bottom here. Okay, so here's that little Jumbotron. Let's just leave that as it is. I may or may not decide I want to use that. Let's just add another quick section here. And we'll give this section the ID of testimonials. So I think I want it to be a dark section for some reason. So let's create a container. And inside here, let's put our little testimonial carousel. And our shortcode was Control-Shift-Q, all at the same time. There we go, and that's put our little carousel in there. Let's just tidy this up. And those are indicators. I don't want any indicators on it, so I'm going to just delete that bit. Alright, so now we've got our carousel items. And inside our carousel, we want to put a few things. So here we've got each of our slides here. I don't want to have anything in the background. I just want to have content on the outside, really, or on the inside, I should say. So we will have an image on each one, but just be a small image. And then underneath that, I guess I want a name, and then the testimonial itself, and perhaps underneath that where they're from. So let's add, say, H3, a heading 3. We don't want it too big. I'll give them a name. And I'll just copy that. And put this under the image on each of our slides here. And of course, we'll want to change the name. Really imaginative names here. Wow. Okay, and perhaps under that we'll want to put their testimonial. So we'll open some paragraph tags. And let's make their testimonial italic. And to do that, you can open another tag, and it's just EM. And anything between those will now be italic. And I'll just grab a bit of dummy text here. And we'll paste that in there. And I guess we'll copy that as well. What I'll do is I'll make this slightly different. Perhaps we'll make it a bit longer. It's junk text anyway, so it doesn't matter what I copy from where. And let's make it even a bit longer still. Just copy that on in there. And let's have another one, and we'll make it quite short, this one. So I guess we want to copy the whole thing and drop down. Like I say, we'll make this one fairly short. Let's put a capital L on there. There we go. So we've got medium, long and short. Now underneath the testimonials, I guess we'll have a name of where they're from. So let's open another paragraph tag. This time, let's make it bold. And to do that, we can open another tag and just say strong. And New York. So we've got that. Let's copy that over. We'll take a look at what we got in a minute. It's not going to look particularly exciting. We haven't put any colors or styles in or anything like that yet. I'm putting this in the wrong place. And in my Bootstrap folder for my site, I've prepared a few images. I've just made them 100 by 100, just a few images of people, or faces or profiles, whatever. 1, 2, 3, PPL 1, 2, 3. So let's just put those in there. And we'll say PPL, wasn't it? Or PP, wasn't it? PP1. Let's just copy this across. I'll mix them up a bit. 3 and 2. And images we're putting in a square, but I want them to actually appear as circles. Now this works best if you have a square image, not a long oblong image or a rectangular image, because if you do it with that, it'll end up being an oval instead of a circle. So work on square images is best for this, unless you want that particular effect. And so I can give these images a class. Of rounded circle. Alright, so I just need to copy that over to our other images so they've got the same. There we go. Let's save that and just have a look, see what we've got so far. It's not going to look like much, but we'll style it up to look a bit better, and it should appear below this Jumbotron here. So there it is. There's the image on top, there's the name just below, there's the location. I think what I'd like to do is put this central here, have everything center aligned, and let's give it a dark background and a bit more padding top and bottom perhaps. Yeah, that'll work. So let's go back to our index file, and what I'm going to do is give the whole container, this one here, class of text center. That will center everything that's in there. Let's just check that's going to do that. I'm pretty sure it will. Should do. Control S. That's back. A quick look. Yep, that's centralized everything there. That's just what I wanted. Now let's give it a dark background, and that's, we'll have this writing white. So I can give it all the class of text light. That'll make all that text white or light color. Now I want to give this container, let's give it a class of reviews or something, revs. Let's say revs, reviews. That way we can target it and give it a dark background. Well, actually, we'll give the section a dark background and we'll give this some padding. So let's go to our custom CSS folder. We want to remember we've got the container is revs or reviews and the section ID is testimonials. So let's save that. Control S. And go to our custom CSS folder and start where we left off. Little title, / star / for our title, and we'll call it testimonials. Alright, now our testimonial section itself was just called testimonials, funny enough. So it's an ID, so it's a hashtag and testimonials. And what do we want it to do? We want it to have a dark background, and the color I like to use is what I call my Shakespeare color, to be, or not to be. It's to be. So we'll give it a background of hexadecimal to be. That should be a nice dark grey color there. Just hover over it, it should show us. Yep, I think that'll work. I think we use that further on up as well. There it is on our special section. Okay, so we've got that. Now what else do we want to do? We've got the actual reviews, which we call a class of revs, so it's .revs. Open and close some curlies. And let's just give it some padding. I think I'll give it 100 pixels all round, should work. I'm sure you know, if you've been following any of these videos, when you're using padding or margin, you can give it 4 attributes. The first one will be top, second one will be right, third one will be bottom, and last one will be left, just like a compass. Or you can give it 2. First one will be top and bottom, second one will be left and right, or you can just give it 1 and that'll be top, bottom, left and right, all sides. I'm just going to give it 1. There we go. And let's save that. Let's go back to our site. Okay, and when I refresh, this should turn into a dark background. This should appear as white text and the image won't change, or it shouldn't change. There we go. We've got a line at the bottom here. I think that's probably for that active slide. Yeah, active border bottom 2-pick solid. So let's just get rid of that. Let's go to our custom CSS. And I'll just say active because I don't think that'll affect our top carousel at all. So it's dot active. We want to get rid of that border. So we'll just write border none. That should do it. Hopefully we won't have to use the important attribute after that. Control S, save that. Let's have a look. Yep, seems to have got rid of it. Let's see when it rolls over. Yep, that's absolutely fine. Now I can't decide if I want to use this or not. I could say customer testimonials or testimonials and have this button linking to this, or have this linking to the contact form so people can leave their testimonials. I'll just put it underneath for the time being. Let's go back there and quickly do that. That's our little jumbo section here. Put that back one. Let's plop that one on the bottom just for the time being. We may want to get rid of it. It will allow us to see our testimonial section better as well though. So let's save that, go back to the site, do a quick refresh. There we go. Okay, right, I've just seen something. You see this is hopping up and down a bit when the slider goes through. You wait for the next one because that's a long one. There's a short one and it hops back up. So let's give this a minimum height. Say that's 100, 200, say 250 pixels. I know that's 100 pixels because the picture I use is 100 by 100. So that's 100, say 200, say 250. I'd like a little bit more space between the picture and the name as well. Let's do that. So let's go back to, here's our image. And in the class section, I'll just give it padding bottom of 3, let's say. So padding bottom PB 3, one of our nice new Bootstrap 4 classes. And just copy that over to the other images there. What else did I say I wanted to do? Oh yeah, okay. This carousel inner is what I want to give a minimum height of say 250. I think now I've added that bit of padding. Let's call it 300. We can always change it. So just copy that, go to our custom CSS, save what we've just done, Control S. And it was a class. We'll be a bit careful here because we don't want it affecting our top carousel. In fact, what I'm going to do, well, let's just try this. And we'll say minimum height. So min height of 300 pixels, wasn't it? 300 pixels. We want to make sure that that doesn't affect our top carousel. I'm pretty sure it won't because it's just minimum height. That means it can't be any smaller than, and the top one's certainly not any smaller than that. So let's save this, Control S, go back and refresh. See if that fixes that problem that we had there. A bit more space between the image there. See it roll around. No jumping so far. Let's see on the next one. Yeah, that did it. No jumping there because we've given it a minimum height there. If we go up the top here, should make sure it's not affected this one. Now that one still looks absolutely fine. Now if you had long reviews, you might want to have this roll quicker or shorter. So I'm not sure what the default is. It's about 5 seconds, I guess. Let's have a look. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Yeah, it's about 5 seconds. So if we wanted it to be longer, we could add a data interval attribute to it. Let's have a look, see, where are we? So if we had and these things, they're always in milliseconds, so let's make it real short just to prove our point here. Let's say 2000, which would be 2 seconds, 2000 milliseconds. Now if I say that and go back, that should be rolling around pretty quickly. 1,000, 2,000, 1,000, 2,000. Yeah, you see it's rolling around 2 seconds. So if we wanted it to be 7 seconds, we'll just pop it to 7,000. Like I say, if you've got somebody that's left a long review, then they need a couple of seconds to be able to read that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. And the other thing, of course, if you don't want it to slide, you can have it fade. I'd rather have the slide on this one, but you can just change the attribute here. I think it's to dash fade. Save that. But like I say, I'm pretty sure I want the slide, because at the moment it's sliding. So let's refresh that, and now it should actually fade rather than slide. There we go, it's actually staying in place, but that's to your however you want to do it. I'm going to change mine back to slide, I think, and save that. So there you have it. There's our little customer testimonial slider. I don't think I want to do anything else to that. I could give it a title, Testimonials, at the top here. Let's just do that quickly, shall we? Just give it a quick div with a class of tests in case we want to add some styling to it. And now that's underneath or within this container here, which is text center and text light, so it should be a nice light color. Let's save that and go back. There we go, but I want a bit more padding between that and the actual slider itself. So let's go back and add some padding just to the bottom of this. Again, we don't want it on the top. So padding bottom, and I'll give it 5. See what that looks like. These new classes of padding and margin go from 1 to 5, and 1 being the smallest and 5 being the largest, so that may be too much. No, I think that's about right. There we go. Let's just change that back to about 5,000. So there you have it. There's your little customer's testimonial carousel. I hope you found that useful. If you have, please subscribe to our channel and like our video. If you're interested in web development, we've got some great courses down below with some huge discounts for our YouTube subscribers. There's also some fantastic free courses down there. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.